Yo, what's going on YouTube? Hope you guys are having yourselves a fantastic day. It's been a little bit of a minute here, and it's kind of because I've been working on a longer project, and sometimes I can't decide if I want to make videos on like individual parts of the project or just wait till the project is completely done and then make one full long video on said project. But this one's kind of taking a long time and I want to make some content, so we're going to break this one down, or start breaking it down into smaller things, and then maybe we'll do a big video at the end. Anyways, today we're going to be creating and texture painting some butterflies. I need these for a scene that I'm working on, and this was honestly, I thought this was going to be a really quick little project, but there was a few things that weren't quite working out at first that I had to figure out. First one was my first attempt at texture painting on here. Not my first attempt in general texture painting, but for whatever reason I ended up figuring it out. But for whatever reason in the beginning, I just couldn't get my texture painting to work, and that was a result of it not being set up properly. So you can enjoy my struggles for a little quick second there. Basically, some of the things that were happening were when I was drawing on my butterfly model, which super basic model just made out of a cube and just extruded some vertices. I left that out because, I mean, wasn't that insane. No, I'm just kidding. I honestly forgot to record the beginning part of making the butterfly. When I was drawing on the butterfly model, the axes were like flipped, so when I was drawing on the top of the butterfly, painting part was showing up on the underside, and I thought I was going to be able to just get away with it. I was just going to put up with it and deal with it, but it wasn't working. And after being frustrated with that for a little bit, I just decided I was going to take like one of my reference images and just wrap that image onto my model. I was just basically trying to take a shortcut because what I wanted to do wasn't working out. And when I wrapped the butterfly model with our reference image, it looked pretty cool, but it just wasn't quite fit properly on there. I thought my unwrapping wasn't correct, and eventually it was incorrect, or I found out it was incorrect rather. And so I ended up just being super frustrated and going to bed that night. I could not figure it out. I ended up just closing the project for the night and revisiting it again in the morning. And I don't know why, but sometimes just like certain things happen when they're supposed to, I guess, because when I booted up Blender the next morning and hopped into the butterfly project, my first thought to figuring it out was to go into edit mode, select everything, and reshift the normals. I forgot to properly say that, like just reset the normals on our butterfly model, and I did that, and it being fixed pretty much. I was able to texture paint onto it no problem. There wasn't any delay. I forgot to mention that one of the other problems I was having was when I was drawing on the model, there was like a delay. Once I got it all fixed and taken care of, I ended up kind of sketching out these patterns, or kind of like this general idea of the patterns I wanted on the butterfly wings. I was just trying to come up with some cool looking patterns, go on the wings. You could even do this more advanced and actually like texture paint the like insect itself, like the body. But for what I'm using these for, I don't really need that. So I started off with the darkest blue that I was going to use, and after I sketched out some of these shapes, I went ahead and filled them in with a more solid color and like more defined shapes. Now this did leave the like black area of the wings a little bit more sloppy the way I did this, but it's alright, we're going to come back and clean that up. But once all the blue tiles or patterns, whatever you want to call on these wings, were done, I went over to the color wheel and picked just a slightly lighter color, kind of like our wing reference over to the left there, top left, and just started adding in some of these highlights. And this is like where it really started to pop, is when I added in the first layer of highlights here. So I just went back, added them to all the bottom of the tiles, and worked my way up to get a nice gradient look there. And then I did the same process one more time with an even lighter blue, or like I guess probably almost teal at that point. And it just really made the blue areas of the wings pop, and it's exactly how I wanted it to look. The last touch was to bring back some of the black, so I went ahead and made a smaller radius for my pen tip and went around the patterns just to give it a little bit more of a defined shape, because some of the sketch like lighter marks were showing up in between and kind of blurring the tiles together. So bringing the black back through kind of sharpened it up more. And then the final touch was to add some white dots around, just something different, just to make the wings pop a little bit more, make them a little bit more busy, something to draw the eyes to as well. And basically my plan for these are to just set up some shape keys so they can like flap the wings. If you're interested in seeing that, just hang on through into some of my future content, because like I said, this is a part of a bigger project. So if you do want to see kind of the end result, you can go ahead and subscribe and be on the lookout for some future videos that have these. I will also be putting these up on my Gumroad, and even if you don't like the texture paint that I put on them, you can just delete that and put whatever color you want on the base model. So those will be on my Gumroad. To wrap up this video, I ended up doing one more butterfly, which I just duplicated this, deleted exactly what I was explaining, deleted the material, and then just made an orange version of this. This time I just kind of went for the shapes. I didn't kind of sketch out how I wanted it to look or anything. I just straight solidified the shapes, brought in a lighter orange after the red base coat was done, and then even lighter, actually it was more like a yellow, I was going to say orange again, but a yellow. And honestly, these both look really sick and better than I expected them to. Texture painting just brings like a whole new level of awesomeness, I guess for lack of a better words, into my creations, and I'm looking forward to getting better at them. That's going to do it all for this video. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. If you guys enjoyed, drop a like and subscribe for some more future content where I just be creating and talking about my creative process a little bit, and yeah, trying to bring the ideas that I have in my mind to life, just like I'm sure a lot of you guys are. So have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.